I absolutely love my bookshelf, but I think it's time for some change. Are you ready for it? It is time to fully take out all of my books from this bookshelf. So, hope you enjoyed the time lapse. As you can see, the shelf is empty and the outside of my room is looking a little hectic. It's always strange to me because it doesn't look like you have a lot of books when they're on the bookshelf, but when you take them all out and stack them against the sides of your hallway, it's mind-blowing to me. It's like, oh my gosh, I have so many books. Tomorrow, me and my mom are gonna build the bookshelves. We're gonna be putting the books on and then doing a lot of decoration. I'm also gonna go out and shopping for some more plants and stuff to put on my bookshelf. So yeah, I'll update you then. So the next morning, my sister and I went to Target to shop for some more decorations for my bookshelf, and I'm actually so glad I did. I found a bunch of fake plants that were relatively inexpensive, and a few books as well, because you know I have to buy a book wherever I go. You know me. Alright guys, we are on to stage 2.
Of what? Building a bookshelf.
It's in the box, and by the time this time lapse ends, it's going to be a shelf, our 4th little shelf.
I'm so excited.
Woo! Okay, so the new shelf has been constructed. Thanks to my mom for doing most of the work. I was kind of just fiddling around with it. But I also dusted my old bookshelves, so everything is good to go. I just have to figure out what I want the orientation to be. I also have to figure out like what level I want my shelves to be on, because I have some customability on that. I'll get back to you and we will keep on going with this shelf adventure. I'm so excited. Alrighty guys, these shelves are in place, looking beautiful. I decided to do like a corner, so it's like against the corner of my wall, and it's symmetrical, it's even, and I'm so excited to finally start decorating. We're just gonna get straight into the time lapse. I think it's gonna take many hours because I want to be methodical about genres, series, and authors all in one place, and it's gonna be a lot of work, and I have to mix in these decorations, so it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be awesome, and I'm so excited. So after 3 hours, my bookshelves, as you can see, are finally organized and filled to the brim. It is 2 days later because this is the most difficult it has been to reorganize my shelves. In the past, I've had just a lot of series because I read the books and I buy the books and I read through the series, but I've been buying a lot more standalones recently and it's been so hard grouping them onto the shelves. So like one of my shelves is literally just books that have to do with like seas and islands and stuff. Like that's how I group them. But overall, there is some theming and I'll go over my bookshelf tour in just a moment. But there is one more thing to do, and that is to hang the vines. I purchased like a bulk pack of vines that I can hang as decoration. Hopefully they look good and not like cheesy. And basically I'm just gonna hang some on each rung. But I'm really excited about this look and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. It makes me so happy to have a new bookshelf. So let's just get into the last part and then we'll do a tour. I'm just now seeing it in the camera. This looks insane. I mean, the vines really tie in the different shelves together and I'm so excited. I mean, look at this. I'm so happy with how it's turning out. I'm probably gonna make a few tweaks within the next few days. But after that, I'm gonna show you my bookshelf tour. I'm so excited. Okay, so it is a couple days later. I finished up everything that I need to finish, put a few more books on the shelf. Let's get straight into the bookshelf tour. So we're gonna start on the first shelf. First, we've got some lovely Narnia books. There's a theme to this shelf, but I can't explain it, to be completely honest with you. In my head, it makes sense. On this shelf, we've got the Shadowhunter series and the Hunger Games series. On this shelf, we've got the Inheritance Cycle, Shadow and Bone series, Six of Crows series, and Game of Thrones series. And then here are some miscellaneous high fantasy books and epic fantasy books. So Robert Jordan, The Hobbit, Part of the Orange Tree. These all fit under like a certain like medieval style. This is personally one of my favorite shelves. It has all of my romance. Most of these are LGBTQ plus romances, but we've also just got a few other ones. Here's one of my favorite shelves. It's my KOTLC shelf. I also put this little cute globe thing. Here's the start of our Sarah J. Maas collection. I've got some more on a shelf below here, but we've got the collector edition of Throne of Glass, how to get that, all the Throne of Glass books, and the Crescent City, which is her newest series. Here's some more fantasy here. We've got the Red Queen series, which I love, Strange the Dreamer, I love, and some of Brandon Sanderson's books, which I love. We're on the third shelf. Here's a bunch of contemporary themed books. These don't really have much fantasy elements to them. Some have a little bit of fantasy elements, but they're set in the real world, and often it's just regular fiction. Here's my Beautiful Unwanteds collection. There's like 14 books in this series. Well, it's split up into 2 series, 2 parts. I think I just need 2 more and then I'll finish that collection. We've got the beautiful Magnus Chase books. I love Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. Totally recommend you read that. Here's the rest of the Sarah J. Maas books. Here are the Chris Colfer Land of Stories books. Now, most of the books on these shelf take place on Earth, but they have fantasy elements on it. The Giver, I don't think takes place on Earth, but everything else does, and they have fantasy elements to it. A bunch of like magic school stuff towards the right, and then these are not magical school books. Here's just a random fantasy shelf. I just kind of picked out colors that looked good together for that. Here are some more fantasy standalones. Just, you know, a hodgepodge of them. We've got the lovely Caraval, as well as the Cursed, So Dark and Lonely books. The Scythe series, so good. And then here's my Harry Potter shelf. There's like that little short story back there. And then down here, we've got some sci-fi towards this side, and then all of my mystery books towards that side. Down here, we've just got some more fantasy, but it's blue. And this is the shelf that I was talking about that has like stuff to do with islands and sea, stuff like that. Again, we've just got some more fantasy. I'm really just trying to fill space on this shelf because I was figuring out how to do that. Then we've got kind of a transition towards more sci-fi books. We've got some fantasy and it slowly transitions to sci-fi because this last shelf is sci-fi / dystopian. So we've got the Divergent series, Brandon Sanderson books, and the Nemesis series, as well as some hodgepodge of sci-fi down there. Alrighty everyone, that's gonna wrap up this video. I still cannot get over how freaking good this looks. This whole 2-week process, honestly, was so worth it. And so excited to film in this new setup. It's just so fresh and so new. I love it. There were some rough patches where I wasn't feeling super confident, so I'm really glad that at the end of the day, I did get something so amazing. That being said, I did spend hours, and I mean hours, on this project, so it would really mean a lot to me if you did leave a like on this video. I've been on the grind, and it would mean a lot to me. Make sure to subscribe down below for more future content. I'm not uploading a lot, but when I do, it is a very fun upload, so definitely subscribe. Let me know down in the comments, do you think this was a success? And in the future, what other ways could I organize my bookshelf? Like, how do you guys organize your bookshelves? By genre, by author, by series, by color? Let me know. Definitely share this video with a friend who you think may like this. Alright, I think I've said my piece. I'm gonna head out. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!